Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. I am Sid, and with me is Mr. Atanu Wadhwa, our coordinator for the women's football. We are going to come up with an amazing video tomorrow with Radha Gupta. It's about the women's game, Manchester United versus Chelsea, or is it Chelsea versus Manchester United? If I've got
United versus Chelsea.
Okay, perfect. So that video is going to be amazing. To look out for it, and if you're new, do subscribe to our channel. The two of us and everyone at the United Star work very hard to bring this content to you, and it would be really appreciated if you just could click on the subscribe button and like this video and share this video. And today we will be talking about tomorrow's game, that is Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Of course, we came back from disappointing, to say the least, defeat against West Ham, a game which I think we should have won. I think we were very good. We just didn't take our chances, and Ole got blamed for that, which I really don't think is his fault. So just to start off, Atanu, how are you feeling after that game? Of course,
I know the the loss should hurt, but I don't know why it isn't bothering me that much. Yes, I mean, I'm not saying that Carabao Cup is not a real trophy. It's a trophy. There are games that we have to win. But still, I think we were the better team. The way the likes of Diogo Dalot, Jadon Sancho, Donny van de Beek, Jesse Lingard played, I was like, okay, this looks like a very rejuvenated side after that Young Boys defeat. The way Jesse Lingard came back after the Young Boys defeat and scored against his old club West Ham in the Premier League, and then put in another good performance against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. I was really impressed with him. I agree to what you said in the beginning of the video, that we shouldn't blame Ole. I think the blame has to be put on Ole, but the agenda in the fan base is to that extent that they only blame Ole. That shouldn't be happening. I think the likes of Anthony Martial didn't do anything in that game. So players have to be, have to be more accountable. They didn't put in good performances. And see, tactically, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was spot on against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. The way we played, the way Diogo Dalot was coming in during the attack.
Yeah.
The only issue I have is with, yes, we should be making substitutions on time and everything. I agree to that. Ole has to be blamed in that context because he subbed out Jesse Lingard and let Martial play. That shouldn't be happening. So blame has to be put on him there. But the way our fan base blames him, like the whole blame is put on Ole, that is absolutely wrong. You cannot blame the manager every time. If that's the case, then that only, the only inference from that is Ole is not a good manager, and that isn't the case because we've had two world-class managers before him, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho, and they haven't done something like this. Yes, Ole doesn't have those trophies, but I think trophies are coming. This is just one defeat. We shouldn't be disheartened. I'm seeing a lot of people saying our season is over. It's just the Carabao Cup. It's just the Carabao Cup. We still are in 3 competitions.
And I think it's just like the 4th game, not even 4th actually. What, 5th game, 6th game? I don't even think we've played 10 games yet in the season.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what people have to realize. The likes of Anthony Martial, Alex Telles didn't put in good performances. I will make a case for Alex Telles because he's come back from injury. But whenever I have seen Alex Telles, he's been very bad defensively. I think he needs to improve in that part of his game. Anthony Martial, I mean, I don't know. He's not a number 9. The way Diogo Dalot and Jadon Sancho were coming in, you have to have that number 9 clinicality in the box, and we didn't have that. And this was the type of game where I missed a certain striker from Uruguay, Mr. Edinson Cavani, El Mata.
Yeah, I think he'll come back. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's allowed. Hopefully, he comes back tomorrow.
But don't you think if we had Edinson Cavani, we would have a very
definitely.
good...
Definitely. No, but yeah, you're right. When you talk about the agenda against Oli, I think had he picked our strong 11, like I predicted in the Hindi preview, people would still be like, oh, it's just the Carabao Cup, and why are you picking a strong 11 and all. And now, because he didn't pick a strong 11 and we lost, now everyone's on his back. Oh, why didn't you pick a stronger 11? I mean, the agenda is very baffling to me.
What I am saying is, yes, blame has to be put on him. I agree, he's the manager. If things don't work out, obviously questions will be raised, questions will be asked to Oli, but sometimes you have to see the output of the players as well, the input of the players as well. I didn't see that. Only 5-6 names that I took were the standout performers. I think out of 11 players, I think 8 or 9 players did really well.
Yeah.
Dean Henderson also made a very good saves as well that day, and he saved us at the end. I think at the end it was like, okay, take West Ham takes a shot, and then United take a shot, then West Ham takes a shot, and it was happening like that.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I know for a fact that even last season I was criticizing Dean Henderson for this. That even if he wasn't facing any shots, in the end of the game he has to be on his toes. And yesterday he was. Sorry, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday he was, and we could see that. So just coming in, because we mentioned Dean Henderson. Does David Ayer retain his spot this week, or should we give Dean another chance?
No, David De Gea comes in, and he is that number one. He is the numero uno. No disrespect to Dean Henderson, he's also a good goalkeeper, but right now he hasn't done anything that makes him the number one right now. So I think we'll give him the number one spot in the Premier League. David De Gea.
So let's go into the lineups. Don't forget we have a game against Yellow Jersey Club from Spain.
Yes,
the team whose name should not be mentioned.
The one who shall not be mentioned. Yes, correct.
So keeping that game in mind, how should United and Oli approach this the game against Aston Villa? Because remember, had Jack Grealish still been there, their attack would be brilliant. It would be one of the best attacks in the league. Leon Bailey, Emi Buendia, Ollie Watkins and Jack Grealish. It would be an amazing attack. But with Jack Grealish not there, Aston Villa just don't look like themselves, the self they were last season. Like a very fluid side, a team that we should be scared of, a team which many clubs were scared of. Like they were not scared of teams like Arsenal and all, which is obvious. And they were scared of teams like Aston Villa. So how would
I think they've had very mixed performances this season. Like they lost. I think that they drew against Brentford. They won against Everton. They lost against Chelsea. So they've been many. They lost against Watford as well. So there have been many mixed performances. So keeping that in mind, I don't think there's much threat. But we are talking about Manchester United. Anything can happen against us. So I'll say I'll just list out the names that I think will be in the starting 11. David De Gea in the goal, numero uno. Left back Luke Shaw, he got that rest again. He got that rest in the midweek. Harry Maguire comes back. Rafael Varane come back. They too had the rest. Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes back at the right back spot, just because I think maybe, just maybe, we might have to. I think Matty Cash is there.
No. Anyways, Aaron Wan-Bissaka can't play in the Champions League, so Diogo Dalot will be playing there.
Yeah, so but I was really impressed with Diogo Dalot, so I wanted him to play this game, but I think it wouldn't be fair on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, so I'd go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka as the right back. I would go with the two.
Don't say
the two greats, Mr. Scott McTominay and Mr. Fred.
Oh no.
No, I think this is the type of game where we need to be a bit more pragmatic. We can't take Aston Villa that lightly. I mean, I said that they won't pose much threat to us, but at the same time, we cannot be complacent. On the left wing, I think we all know who is going to be there. It's going to be Paul Pogba. Attacking midfielder, who else? Portuguese Magnifico, Bruno Fernandes. Right wing, I think I'd go with Mason Greenwood. And striker, I'd go with none other than the prodigal son, Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo. I know I should have included Jadon Sancho, but I think this is the type of game where I'd like to go with the McFred. So that's why I won't go with Jadon Sancho. Maybe Paul Pogba doesn't play, but I don't think that would be the case. So Jadon Sancho on the bench. Sorry, Jadon, if you're watching this, I'm a big fan, but I'd go with McFred in the midfield. That's why Jadon Sancho doesn't make the cut.
So what I'd go with personally is I agree with your back four. I think the back four chooses itself: David De Gea, Rafael Varane, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Midfield, what I would do is I would do a Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba pivot, Bruno as our cam, Left hand side, I would go with Sancho. Right hand side, I would go with Mason, and up top, I would go with Cristiano because like you said,
What's
everyone's
your
got
midfield again? What's your midfield?
Scott, Pogba, Bruno.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
do think that
I think yeah.
Scott McTominay is being groomed for that CDM role.
Hmm.
Even though I think he'll do well as a
Better in
number
the
eight,
box to
but
box. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, as the number six. Yeah, even I agree. I've been saying I've been kind of advocating that the whole of last season, if you know, if you remember. So
yeah,
yeah, but I think Scott has improved defensively. We saw that in the Euros. He was playing centre back also, and his defensive game has improved. So I think a Scott, Pogba, Bruno will be our midfield once Marcus comes back, and of course when Marcus comes back, Jadon goes on the right, Marcus plays on the left, and Cristiano plays up front, and Bruno in the cam position. So yeah, that's what I think. Fred, look, I mean, he's not a bad player, but picking him after his string of performances, um, you know, it's dodgy. It's dodgy, and
yeah.
it could cost us. Or if it could go either way. Let me just play devil's advocate. So if let's say Fred is picked, right? It'll just show that the manager still has confidence in him, even if he's not had a good run of games.
And
So then
and
that will
that is
kind of
something,
determine
yeah.
him to play
And that is
better.
something I really like about Oli in the press conference after, in the post match interviews as well. He didn't criticize Martial, he didn't say anything against him. And this is what I like: defend publicly and criticize privately. That's what his motto is, I think.
Yeah,
And that should be the case every time. You can't come out and, pick out the players and say they are playing bad, they're playing bad. So I think with that ideology, he's right. But at the same time, you can't keep picking the likes of Fred and Martial after a string of bad performances. I agree. Just because
yeah.
I think Villa might, have that threat going forward, the likes of Watkins, Ings, and Buendia. So I think we'll go a bit more pragmatic, and that's why I think McFred will be there.
Yeah, fair. And score predictions?
Whew. I think we need to I know I don't think we should focus on one competition or the other,
Hmm.
but one game at a time. And I think Villa game we have to win. In the
Yeah.
last three games, we've lost two. We lost against Young Boys. We lost against West Ham in the
West
cup,
Ham
and we won against in
against
the
West Ham
final
in the
stages. Final stages.
yeah.
So we need to put in good performances against Villa, and Tuanzebe won't be playing because I
Yeah, he
think,
won't be playing. Yeah.
yeah, against his parent club. Even though he's been doing
Yeah.
fantastic, he's been getting those game time. So I think we'll go for a 3-1, 3-0. Okay. I'll trust my defense. So I'll say we'll win 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I said 3-1 in my Hindi preview. But you know what? Maybe like I really want David De Gea to have a clean sheet because he's been phenomenal since the season started. We made a couple of errors defensively. That's what's led to a goal. But I really think David De Gea has been one of the best goalkeepers in the league
For
ever
me
since the league
personally,
started.
I like those clean sheets a lot. I like those clean sheets. I've played as a defender. Maybe that's why I think clean sheets are important, but it's very important for,
Mm,
the morale as well.
yeah.
So
I know. Like even I play goalkeeper whenever I play with my mates and all. I play goalkeeper, and whenever I block a shot, or if I like stop people from scoring, like it increases that confidence.
and
So I think that booster for David De Gea, like it could sort of bring his 2018 version back.
yeah, and just before we end, I wanted to talk about the way Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been blocking those shots every time in front of the goal. I
Brilliant.
hope we are a bit more stable in the defense and it doesn't
Hmm.
come to that. But
Yeah.
a big shout out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka for
Yeah.
doing that. And I think I need a play hybrid of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's defensive abilities and Diogo Dalot's offensive abilities. The way he was crossing in those balls, I love that Diogo Dalot.
Yeah, fair. But so maybe we don't go for a right back next summer. Maybe no Kieran Trippier for us, and he goes to Arsenal or someplace. Who knows? But anyways, oh sorry, we forgot about this big news. United Star is going to be at Old Trafford on Saturday. Prasham is going to the stadium. We'll be bringing exclusive clips right from the stadium to your screens. So follow us on Instagram. Our ID is United Star. The link is in the description. And if Atanu, you want to put it on Twitter, we'll put it on Twitter as well. And the Twitter ID is the United Star too. So do give us a follow, and I'll be editing the clips and putting them on YouTube as well once the game is over and once I'm done with my day's work. So it's going to be crazy, United Star at Old Trafford finally. So do stick
after
around.
so long.
Yeah. So do stick around. This was our prediction. Let us know what you think. Of course, we are huge. We have a massive fan base, unlike those Stockport and unlike that Stockport team down the road, who apparently now are going to use holograms to fill up their empty seats. But yeah, our fan base is massive, and of course, everyone might not agree with us.
Sold out stadium for sure. Sold out stadium for
sold
sure.
out. United Stars going, man. It has to be sold out. No, so yeah, we'll be there. So if you want to drop in a hi, you know what Prasham looks like. You've seen him in the videos. He'll be somewhere near. Which stand is he in? I don't remember. Maybe we'll ask him and we'll put, come and drop in, say a hi. If you see us and you're at the stadium, give Prasham some love. He's doing all this content for us. But anyway, that was our prediction. You might not agree with us, which is fine. Your opinion, our opinion. We are all about opinions. So put that in the comments. What you think your predicted 11 and your scoreline is going to be, and let us know what you think of the game and drop in a hi as always. Do subscribe to our channel, do like this video, and do share this video with all your Manchester United fan friends, so that we can reach out to more people. We can build a huge community. The six of us, are doing a lot of work, and we'd really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and we will see you for the watch along tomorrow and for the review tomorrow. See you soon.